What's up everybody, hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we'll be looking at the S.H.Figuarts Ranma Saotome actually, from the series Ranma and a half. Do I say Ranma? Do I use like the American or like the, well, actually English motherfucker. I mean, I'm speaking English, but I'm just gonna stick with the regular pronunciation, which is Ranma Saotome. Box, picture of the character, picture of the figure, more pictures of the figures, and all the logos. And again, it's regular S.H.Figuarts, guys. No surprises here. Window box with the character in there. So let's check out of the box and see what she's all about. And here we go, out of the box, into the limelight. It is Ranma Saotome. Right off the bat, I gotta tell you one thing. This figure, looking at her in the box and kind of looking at the pictures, it looked pretty underwhelming to me. I was like, well, yeah, she looks pretty standard. It's not looking like they got tons of new stuff in there. And I mean, I got her for nostalgia, and I was like, I always loved watching the show, even though it's been, oh my god, probably over a decade or so. I'm old, but yeah. I mean, I got the figure because I was a fan of the show back then, and I like getting like one-offs, or have like one or two figures of shows. That's how I started my Ninja Turtle collection. That is huge now because that stuff doesn't end. But again, with Ranma, huge fan favorite, good show. So I got the character, and I didn't really expect much, but I gotta say, I like what they did here. Absolutely. But let me go over it in the regular order. First of all, the overall likeness, which is again nicely done. The colors and everything, I mean, that's always debatable, but I think the colors look good. It's a more darker tone. It always depends if they're going for anime or manga. That's always different. I kind of remember the eyes to be a little bit more rounded, but again, anime, manga, there's differences, and like I said, it's been like probably decades since I last watched the show, so I'm not gonna nitpick. She definitely looks like Ranma. In that regard, they did a good job. Let's go over the paint and detail, which again is a thing. They did a clean job. I mean, there's not much detail to speak of, because the character is very simple, and you have the regular Chinese outfit. There's no extra pattern on there, but there shouldn't be. So, for the sake of having the character look like the character is supposed to look like, there's not a lot of detail going on, but that's not really their fault. They did the best out of it, I think. Again, the facial sculpt is amazing as usual, as I'm used to from these S.H.Figuarts. And yeah, I got this here nice and clean. The buttons, the button up, or whatever you call that, in like again, regular Chinese kind of stuff. And regular blue ass pants, but there's like all little wrinkles in there, so that's alright. Again, there wasn't much to work with here, so I think in that regard there's nothing you can really complain at, except for them taking some liberties, but then it wouldn't be the same thing. Anyway, paint overall, again, I mean, you've seen the eyes, this is clear and clean. There's some shading going on here, where the wrinkles are at. Makes it look very good. Overall, very nice, very, very nice. I mean, the ball joints are kind of shiny. Kind of weird, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second when I'm gonna have a look at the articulation, which I'll do right now. So the head moves around completely, goes forward, goes back. Nice enough. There's again not much to complain. Moves side to the side. You have the ponytail, which is on a ball joint, so you can spin it around as much as you like. And no neck articulation. Alright, I mean, no problems there. The arm moves around up all the way. That's the only big complaint I have about the overall design. This is not a good design because it's kind of ugly having the empty spot in here. Sure, it makes for good articulation, but there's really no way to hide this ball. I don't know what they could have done, maybe like a floating piece, like they usually do. They have, those S.H.Figuarts often have like floating pieces here. Maybe it would have made that piece too big, I don't know. But there's a swivel over here, so maybe that's the reason why they didn't do it. So you can swivel the arm around. And you have regular elbow movement, goes up nicely and straightens out again. Not much more room there. And then you have regular stuff in the fist, in the hand, whatever you want to call it. It's a very tiny fist. But alright. Focus camera. Focus. Alright. Here we go. We have interesting torso articulation. Torso. I like these 3 parts. This is a floating piece. Which is good. Overall, I mean, it looks a little wonky, quite frankly. But it's alright. It's alright. I don't mind it that much, really. Get good motion out of it. Backwards. Goes backwards fine. Forwards, not so much. Not really terrific. You can't really pull that or anything. Nope. I don't see any pulling. But, yeah. This is like a floating piece, so it doesn't get into the way of the articulation. So you can spin it around completely. And, yeah. Has a little bit of wiggle motion here. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. What you gonna do with that big fat butt? I had to do it, I'm sorry. So, and we have another part of the dress over here, which is soft plastic, so yeah, that's not getting in the way, and it moves also around. So, lots of floating pieces. Can you pull that one out? No, that is kind of like that. I'm trying to see if there's anything like you can pull out. I mean, I tried beforehand a little bit, but yeah. But again, this hides the articulation fairly well. I don't know why this part is black. Is she supposed to wear a belt? Again, it's been so long since I last watched the show. I think she's supposed to wear a belt. Hold on. Hold up. So yeah, she's actually supposed to wear a black belt. I completely forgot about that. And I just looked it up. Yeah, that's not really working unless I can pull this down a little bit. I mean, I can, but I mean, they definitely left a black line over there for the belt, but it's barely noticeable unless you pull her back. And I can't really, I mean, you can try to, yeah, you can pull this up, you can play around with it a little bit, but you see it's going back down again. And again, she's really pushed far back. So, wow, okay, negative points there. I didn't even realize that. I was like, damn. What I'm trying to show you is that, yeah, paint job is not done well there. Not a good job on the belt. There should have, and they could have left a lot more space there. Easily. There's no point to having this cover it up all the way. And again, you can try to pull this down, but it's really not coming out well. Unless you really push her back. What's this? Ah, there's the belt. Hello. Not so great. Leg articulation. Moves out to the side. Moves forward. And back. And off. And this rotates around nicely. Doesn't get into the way. It's one of those. It's not. It's kind of different. I mean, S.H.Figuarts playing around with some different tech, which I like. It's not like the regular pull in, pull out Dragon Ball stuff. Then we get to this part. So, I mean, let me level with you on this one. This doesn't look good, obviously, but I mean, you usually wouldn't have her standing from behind unless you got like some kind of pose like that in mind. Yeah, sure. Then this looks ugly. However, this does a very good job if you're bending her knees, which, again, has been a thing for S.H.Figuarts a lot with, especially like Dragon Ball figures and whatnot, that you usually have a big gap here. So they tried something different and instead put in a big ball, which looks good when you bend it, except for while the ball is all shiny. It kind of distracts a little bit, But overall, there's not a big hole here. The problem though is that the big ball is looking out from the back. So, you know, it's a 50-50 on that one. I like that they're trying out new stuff, but I don't know if this is the right way to do it. But yeah, the knees bend all the way, don't go forward or anyway, so that's alright. And we have the ankle rocker, which is amazing. There's like really, there's not much that hinders it, so it goes all the way up and down, back and forth, side to side. And there you go, there's really not much more you can ask for. Now, let's move on to the accessories. First of all, she comes with 4 different faces. First of all, I mean the one she had on the entire time here, if it would focus camera, thank you very much. Regular smiling face with the big eyes. And then open mouth, smile, looks to the side. We have, sorry, the angry face. And my favorite one, they should really do that more often. Boom. This is extremely fitting, especially like when she gets hit with hot or cold water. It's like the face, I'm not sure if she actually did that in the show, but that's like the face I imagine. It's immediately when I saw that, and I love that, like really expressionate faces like that. There should be like one of those with each like manga character where you have like stuff like that. Alright, anyway, moving right on. It comes with a nice and metallic sword, which looks very cool. Again, metallic and like a golden handle and regular brownish, dark, blackish handle. Also comes with a golden staff. Well, it's just a staff, but it's got a nice gold tone to it. Also comes with a golden tea can, which looks very nice. Again, more gold. I don't know why everything's in gold. I don't remember that, but it looks certainly nice. Looks nice on the shelf. Little bonus with the hot water in there. So she also comes with a couple of hands. You have the open chop hands and like, I don't know what this sign's supposed to be. Spider-Man, woo! Open hands, regular open hands, and holdy hands, grabby hands, whatever you want to call that. But yeah, I mean, those are hands. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's nothing spectacular to it either. It's hands. Special part, she comes with a base. Hooray! And I mean that, like fucking S.H.Figuarts bases are the best, and I wish they would include that with all of them. I mean, I've already stocked up on the bases that they're selling, so oh yeah, I got a ton of them, and I'm still happy whenever they package a figure with a base, and it's a special personalized Ranma with the character outline and like some Chinese stuff over here. So that looks very cool. And she actually comes with 2 arm handles. I don't know what you want to call that. Grappling arms, whatever. One's for the figure. You know this stuff. You've probably seen it before. You put this on the figure, on the waist or whatever, wherever you want to put it. And then you put that over there. And the other one comes with this thing. What is this thing? Well, it's actually to put in these Chinese letters. I mean, Japanese letters. It is Japanese, right? It should be. If it's Chinese, no, that's not Chinese. Fuck off. Yeah. You put that in there, and you put that on there, and there you go. You have a display. And that's really all I got to show you. Now, final thoughts time. What do I think about this figure? Well, I like it. Honestly, I don't know any other Ranma Saotome figures, so you really don't have a lot of options. And I like it. It's a really good nod to the series, to the classic series, and I like that they're reviving that in figure form without there being any big revival of the series or something coming out. Not that I know of, at least. So I like them giving some love to it. It's not perfect though. If you don't care about Ranma, this is definitely nothing spectacular. Again, the design is very simple, which is not their fault. Minus points for the big balls over here. Minus points for not seeing the belt actually until you really try to jerk it around. They could have done that better. And I mean, then these things are also debatable. But overall, it's a nice looking figure. Depending on how you pose it, it's gonna look good on your shelf. And it has great posability. It has great articulation also. And with a simple design, they really did a good job. You know, they did it good shading. They have a lot of cool stuff that comes with it, like a tea can, or you know, little bonus things like the base and all that. So kudos to that. And overall, I give this figure thumbs up. 1 thumbs up, not 2. That it's not amazing, but it's good. I like it. So there you go. If you have anything you want to say about this figure, any other thoughts or comments, or maybe something I forgot, feel free to write them down. And if you enjoyed this review, feel free to hit it up with a like, maybe subscribe, I don't know, I would like it. And make sure to check in for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff at The Real Pain on YouTube. Or maybe hit me up on Twitter and Facebook, I also have those, for updates, pictures, and whatever's going on with the channel. You'll be the first to know. So there you go. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I hope I'll see you next time. Goodbye!